Good afternoon, dear friends. Today we will trade the master pair strategy with you. This strategy is one of my main aims when trading on OTC pairs. Today I want to show you how the strategy works on these OTC pairs, because before that we tested and verified the operation of the strategy on regular pairs. Well, to trade on this strategy, you need to add two indicators to your chart. These are the Bollinger Bands indicator and the moving average indicator. I added them to the chart and set them up. Let's remember what the essence of trading on this strategy is. When the price moves from the upper border to the lower of the Bollinger Bands indicator, after which it starts from the lower border of the Bollinger Bands indicator and goes in upward direction, crossing the moving average line. At the moment of crossing, we open a deal for an increase of 2 minutes. The most important thing is a clear and confident trend movement from one border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to another and subsequently a push from this border. Well, actually on the contrary, we see that the price moved from the lower border to the upper one of the Bollinger Bands indicator, after which it crossed the moving average line, where would we open a position for a fall and get a profit. Actually, this is the essence of trading on this strategy. Well, the time for which we open transactions, we set 2 minutes. I set the transaction amount at $100. You set the amount from 1 to 10%, as I always tell you, to comply with risk management. Do not set more than 10% so as not to lose your entire deposit for several unsuccessful transactions. Today I will accelerate my deposit, so after each successful transaction, I will increase the amount of the next transaction by $50, and I will trade using the martingale system, as I always do. After each negative transaction, I will set the amount of the next transaction 2 times more in order to recap the negative transaction, as well as on more. Well, everything is ready for trading. I'm starting a trading session looking for a suitable opportunity to enter a position. Go! So here I see a good opportunity to open a position for an increase. The price moved from the upper border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to the lower one, traded a little along the border, pushed off and went in upward direction, after which it crossed the moving average line from the bottom up. This is a good option for opening a position for an increase, so we are waiting for the completion of this transaction. Great! Our first deal turned out to be profitable. The amount of the next transaction, I will put up $150. We look further. Well, I immediately found a good opportunity to open a position for a fall and open this position here. Why? We moved from the lower border of the Bollinger Base indicator to the upper one, pushed off from this upper border, and then crossed the moving average line from top to bottom. This suggests that a locally downtrend is about to begin, so I opened this position here. We are waiting for its completion. Great, our second deal also turned out to be profitable. I will set the amount of the third transaction at $200. We look further. So, here I decided to open a short position. We moved from the lower border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to the upper border. Traded for some time near this upper border, after which we began to slowly move away from the time at the upper border and cross the moving average line from top to bottom. Now we have received a corrective candle. Perhaps this transaction will turn out to be negative because the corrective candle closed in green. But that's okay. I still hope that the price will continue to go in a downward direction. We are waiting for the completion of this transaction. So, unfortunately, our sell deal turned out to be negative. Yes, after all, the correction went a little higher, but we see that the price is now starting to move in downward direction again. Maybe I just got a little wrong with the opening timings on the position, but that's okay. I will work on the martingale system and I will put up the amount of the next transaction twice more than $400 to recap this negative transaction, as well as earn more. We look further. So here I immediately found a good position for promotion. We see that the price moved from the upper border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to the lower on, after which it pushed off and crossed the moving average line from the bottom up. This is a great opportunity to open a position for an increase. So here I open this deal. We are waiting for its completion. Great. Our fourth deal turned out to be profitable, thanks to which we recapped our third negative deal and also earned $168 on top. Excellent result. So let's read what amount I have to put up on the fifth transaction. Since we increased the amount by $50 after each profit transaction, the fourth transaction should have been $250, but we worked on the martingale system and increased the amount of the fourth transaction twice as much as third transaction. Since our fourth deal was supposed to be $250, then I will set the amount of the fifth deal at $300. Well, let's look further. So here I saw a great opportunity to open a position for promotion. We see that the price moved from the upper border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to the lower one, after which it pushed off and crossed the line of the moving average indicator from the bottom up. Great, so we were waiting for the opening of a position for promotion. As you can see, the payout percentage of this transaction is only 30%. This is too little to increase your deposit, and the risk on this transaction is much greater than the potential profit. I try not to open such deals, but in this example, I saw too good an opportunity to open a position and didn't have time to look the payout percentage. This happens, it's okay, but I have repeatedly told you that in order to comply with risk management, you need to open transaction with a profit-risk ratio above 70% in order for your risks to be lower than your profit. There is nothing wrong with this. We are just waiting for the end of this transaction. If it turns out to be negative, we will work on the martingale system. If it's profitable, then I will open another deal to complete the trading session. We are waiting for the completion of this transaction. Great, as I expect, our fifth deal turned out to be profitable. I planned to end the trading session on this deal, but since the payout was 30%, I think I will open another deal with the same amount of the transaction. I don't want to put up more than $300 because there will be too much risk on the deal. And I want to comply with risk management. Well, we leave the same amount of the transaction and look further. So here I saw a great opportunity to open a position for a fall. We see movement from the lower border of the Bollinger Bands indicator to the upper one, after which we will see a reaction and movement into the position direction and the intersection of the moving average indicator line from top to bottom. A great opportunity to open this transaction. Actually, that's what I did. Now we are waiting for its completion. Great, our sixth deal turned out to be profitable. Well, as I said, I will end today's trading session with this. Let's summarize the results for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deals turned out to be profitable and one was negative, but we immediately bought using the martingale system with the price of doubling the transaction. Well, great results. You can see that this trading strategy works perfectly. If you follow this trading strategy, stick to the plan and do not give into emotions, then your deposit will increase very quickly. The most important thing is not to open such deals. Which one I hastily opened a buyout amount of less than 70%. Since then your risk will be much higher than your profit. I was lucky. This transaction turned out to be profitable, but you might not be lucky, and the risk to profit ratio will be too low, which will negatively affect you at a distance. It will negatively affect your deposit. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.